would think that in this background of exchanges blowing up, things dying here, there, and everywhere, it's perfect ground for the BTC crowd to see, look, we told you, crypto is all a scam, Bitcoin is the real deal, we're fine, and that's all just bullshit. But despite having those kind of trends running in their direction, that sort of wasn't what happened. Actually, you had the whole laser eyes Twitter pictures kind of have gone out of style a bit. People have increasingly just quietly dropped out of that. The original idea was laser ray to 100K, right? They were going to change it till the price hit 100K, but it didn't. It didn't hit, it hit at nearly 70 grand, and then it's just slowly been collapsing. And you've got more dissenters coming out in the community. Nick Carter and Eric Wall both kind of came out and were like, we were big, Bitcoin maximalists, but we've kind of seen the light a bit. Or, I mean, I guess Nick Carter said, oh, I was never a maximalist. But anyway, people who are known in that scene are kind of falling apart. What do you think? Is this the end of the Bitcoin maximalist era? Is everybody going to be jumping off the ship by the end of next year?
Like yes and no, right? Because I would actually have to consider myself a bit of a maximalist, and I totally understand where the Bitcoiners are coming from when they say Bitcoin only, Bitcoin not crypto, all that kind of thing. I'm almost in the same boat, except with Bitcoin Cash, of course. And so it's yeah, Emergent just made a really good point in the chat. I was just about to say this. Like, there's toxic maximalism and then there's constructive maximalism. And I think what we're seeing in this slide here, like all the laser beams to 100K and all that kind of stuff, that's toxic maximalism. That doesn't actually convey what Bitcoin is or what it means for the world. That really is actually just a fiat mindset that's focused on number go up, that's focused on how do I get more dollars out of this thing, and the whole point is to get rid of dollars. So in that regard, it's like, yeah, we kind of see this toxic maximalism fading away. We're starting to see a lot more questioning of that narrative. And I think it's especially the people who got into Bitcoin and crypto in 2017 specifically that are the most diehard on that toxic maximalism. That's what I've noticed from my interactions on Twitter and some of my interactions with people in real life. It's that year where everything really went wrong, and it makes sense. That's the year that Bitcoin Cash was born. So, I mean, unless you consider it from 2009, of course, but it's when the split happened. So I do think that maximalism has its place because, again, we're talking about all these exchanges blowing up. We all know about the monkey JPEG memes and like, oh, Dogecoin, haha. And so the general public, I think, still sees crypto kind of like as this joke. It's not anything serious, or that it's rife with fraud and scams and grift and all of that. And it really dilutes the message that BTC Bitcoiners, BCH Bitcoiners, XMR Monero people, even the Nano people, like, we all kind of have the same message at the end of the day that, hey, there's an actual use for this stuff and it's not what you think it is.